What's up, guys, it's StrikerHero Camo, and in this video I am going to be telling you guys my 5 favorite BOWSLINGER SKYLANDERS. And I had this idea for a long time, and thought it was a cool, unique idea, because you know me, I want to make my top 5s not my favorites all the time or my least favorite Skylanders. I want to make it a little bit different and my own. So I thought this was a cool idea, and I am joined by a new friend.
Guys, Bomb03 here, and thank you, Striker, for having me on for the top 5 favorite BOWSLINGER SKYLANDERs.
He has an awesome Skylander channel. Make sure you go, guys, check it out down in the description, and I'll have a link to his channel at the end of this video. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys head over and checked out his Skylander videos on his channel. Number 5. My favorite BOWSLINGER Skylanders, Buckshot. He's one of the underrated Skylanders in gameplay, and just, he's kind of been forgotten, and I really still enjoy his gameplay. When I first, of course, played with him on Imaginators, the game he came from, I didn't really think he was good, but for me, I personally like him. He's not the strongest, he's not the most popular choice for BOWSLINGER Skylander, but he's just my personal favorite. His gameplays to me is okay. A lot of people might disagree. He's one of my unpopular opinions, but his figure and his gameplay is still one of my favorite, and overall I still like his design and his gameplay. He's not a bad Skylander. But like, looking at the only 7 BOWSLINGERs we have, I forgot to mention that, as you can see, all these characters, they are so different in terms of their attacks as a BOWSLINGER. They're not like, say, the Skylanders with just swords. You know, they're all different. They're not the same. And I respect that. I mean, there's 2 I'm not going to put on this list that he's going to put on I'm putting on his list that I don't like. So you're going to see all the BOWSLINGERs. Besides, actually, 1, Shaboom Boom, because Shaboom Boom is really not great in gameplay. He's kind of boring.
Number 5. Wolfgang, a Skylander that most people know and love from Skylanders Trap Team, but of course this is the Imaginators version, so I can't of course talk about the Trap Team version. I'm only talking about the Imaginators version because this is the Imaginators version, not the Trap Team version. So yeah, in the Skylanders Imaginators, of course, he was released on Wave 1 with the main stain Skylanders, of course, and he got a dark variation, which was really awesome in my personal opinion. Now, overall, the Skylanders moveset is just okay to me. His design is fine. His figure's weird because it's really a messed up figure overall, I would say, if you look at the top, of course. Really messed up figure because, of course, he's missing his ears. And the fact that, of course, his colors are very off, in my personal opinion. His moveset and his Sky Chi moves are just okay, in my personal opinion. The main attack is pretty much all I use for him. And personally, in my personal opinion, he's just okay and sits pretty nice at number 5.
Number 4 for me is Snapshot, the one and only. He's actually one of the best, in my opinion, starter pack characters overall, and I would still play with him. He might be a little bit boring in terms of the gameplay. There could have been, as we go up my list, we have more better BOWSLINGERs, in my opinion. But he's actually not a bad starter pack character, and he's not a bad BOWSLINGER, because he's so unique, because he does have a sword with the BOWSLINGER combination, so he's one of the most unique Skylanders and the BOWSLINGERs as well. And yeah, he's my personal favorite.
Number 4. Flameslinger, a classic SSA Skylander, one of the original 32, one of the original 4 Fire Skylanders, and in my personal opinion, Flameslinger is a great Skylander overall. He's just, you know, it's funny because I primarily use him for speedrunning. That's all I actually use him for. I actually prefer using Flameslinger over Stealth Elf, personally. I know most people like using Stealth Elf, but I've always used Flameslinger more. I've always thought he was faster, and in my personal opinion, it's easier because, of course, his main attack, of course, is the, where, of course, he shoots the bow with the flaming arrows, and it's just much easier because it's long range, not close range. So if I have to get something, I can just shoot in while I'm not even there, and I can get the rest while I come in. His third attack, where, of course, he lobs the arrows, not the greatest. I really don't use that much, but that's okay because his first and secondary attacks are amazing. In my personal opinion, he's well worth the 4th spot.
Number four, I have Flameslinger. he is, I know, Jap 28's favorite I think Jap's favorite fire Skylander and favorite Skylander in general. But he's very fast. He was one of the fast Skylanders, and he still is one of the fastest Skylanders to move around. If you just want like a chill Skylander to run around the game with and have a decent, powerful Skylander, Flame Slinger is really good. And as a Bowslinger, he's the original, and he is the best. You know, he is up there.
Number 3. Snapshot. Snapshot, of course, the leader of the Trap Masters. He came with almost every version of the Skylanders Trap Team starter pack, excluding the 3DS starter pack, which of course came with Gusto. The Snapshot is a classic Skylander, one of the most iconic Skylanders of all time. He's, of course, in my personal opinion, one of the best leader Skylanders. He's got a design so iconic and a moveset so great, in my personal opinion. He's just a great starter Skylander role, and in my personal opinion, he's a great way to start off your Skylanders Trap Team adventure.
My second favorite Bowslinger has to be the most powerful, you know, Bowslinger in all of Skylands, and it's Robo. Who could be a robotic, cool-looking character? And, you know, he was the last character released for Imaginators, and usually they're not a good Skylander, but he is totally different. He's the best Skylander. He's one of the greatest Skylanders all across all of the 6 games. So, yeah.
Number 2. Punk Shock. Unfortunately for most, Punk Shock is one of the most forgotten core Skylanders of all time, and I would agree. In my personal opinion, it's unfortunate because she's so good, in my personal opinion. Her design is so great, and unfortunately, since she wasn't Easter variant in North America, around the other side of the world, of course, she wasn't. She was just given a normal core packaging. The unfortunate part is, most people forgot about her because she is technically an Easter variant. She's considered an Easter variant because of that reasoning. She's considered an Easter variant because, of course, she was released with Springtime Sugar Happy and Frino in the normal and the Easter packagings for the first year they ever did that. Of course, Frino got a normal packaging in North America, and he was never forgotten because there was a lot of hype behind him, but for whatever reason, Punk Shock never got that much love or hype, and I hate that because she's so great. Design great, moveset insanely overpowered, and that makes her, in my personal opinion, the second spot.
And you guys already know my favorite Bowslinger and Skylander in general, and it's Wolfgang, because you guys, everybody knows at this point, I talk about Wolfgang way too much everywhere I go. So Wolfgang is my favorite, and it might be a non-popular opinion, but he's my favorite Bowslinger. So, and you want to know why? Is because Wolfgang is just cool. That's all I got to say with Wolfgang.
Number 1. However, there can only be one, and number 1 is Robo. Robo, of course, being the last Skylander we would ever get in Skylander's history. In my personal opinion, I was very anticipated for the Skylander. Now, for me, he's only number 2 when I rank all the Imaginators characters, but in my personal opinion, he's my favorite of the Bowslingers of all time. I love the Skylander. In my personal opinion, I was very, very anticipated for the Skylander when it was announced. The fact that we almost had to wait a year and a half to get him, which is terrible, but it's great that the last Skylander we ever got went out with a bang. In my personal opinion, this Skylander was so great. His design is a mixture between Arkean and Robin Hood, with that, of course, Arkean, red and gold, classic bow. Very nice in my personal opinion. His moveset's great. His Sky Chi move is great. The Lost Imaginite Mine adventure pack he comes with, of course, because he's technically the actual adventure piece. So great in my personal opinion. He's well worthy of the number 1 spot. So guys, thank you Striker for letting me be on this video, and yeah guys, Bomb03 signing.
And so, yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and head over to his channel. Link down in the description and annotation. So, yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next Skylander video. Bye, guys.